Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
It's a real crime of British media at the moment that we don't know enough to make informed decisions about anything. All we get from a lot of the media is reasons to hate, reasons to be angry. Do you know what's really weird about that, particularly in the context of immigration? The people who want to be. So here is somebody making a living telling you to be frightened and angry, and you get frightened and angry as a result. Then someone else comes along who tells you not to be frightened and angry and gives you lots and lots of reasons about why you shouldn't be anywhere near as frightened and angry as you are. And you end up getting even more angry with him than you do with the bloke who's telling you to be angry. It's almost as if anger is the single most guaranteed way to ensure that politicians never get properly held to account. You factor in a little bit of foreignness to that, you're never, ever going to land a punch on a British government. Anything that goes wrong, oh, it's because we spend too much money on foreign aid. Anything that is badly run or badly funded, oh, it's because there's too many immigrants. It's like the end of meaningful debate in this country at the moment. And those of us who could see it coming and warned about it, those of us who even wrote a bloody book warning that this is what was going to happen, are deriving no pleasure whatsoever from being proved right. No point having a debate about anything. Because if it involves money, you can blame it all on foreign aid, and if it involves people, you can blame it all on immigrants. God, anybody who makes those arguments must hold you in such low regard, must think you are so stupid, and so easily enraged, and so easily angered, and then you go on social media and find out that you are. The world is full of people who would rather be angry and wrong than calm and disproved.
Page 4, meanwhile, Britain is no longer Europe's easy ride for benefits, which is an interesting take because, of course, a lot of the front pages are going with the number of migrants coming through, which is now top 2 million from the EU.
But isn't the interesting thing about that actually the so-called pull factor to the UK is not actually our benefit system, it's our labour market and the possibility that you're going to find work here. I tend to think that that's the reason why people want to come to the UK,
but
not
there is quite an emotive touchstone here, and that is that one of the blocks in these discussions may well be the right to claim, for instance, child benefit, which can be sent back to your original country. I mean, particularly Poland, obviously, is anxious not to lose that. Now, that could be quite an emotive area for people in which they decide in or out in the EU.
It could be, because if you think back to David Cameron's Bloomberg speech, if you read the Tory party manifesto, he promised that we wouldn't be sending money for child benefit. Now, if the children are in this country, absolutely no problem about that at all. But I find it difficult to construct any logic to sending child benefit back to a different country.
Even I agree with you on
that.
But
here's the rub. This is now looking at research of the 14 countries by a job site, Glassdoor. UK third from bottom in terms of unemployment benefit, annual leave, sick pay and maternity entitlements. Most generous welfare benefits, Denmark, France and Spain.
But this has actually always been the case. And so this argument that we've always been this magnet for people because they want to rip off our benefits, of course there will be people that do that. There always have been, there always will be. But to pretend that it's more than a sort of small percentage is just utterly ridiculous. It's just the Daily Mail and the Daily Express that like to pretend.
But a lot of people might be scratching their heads thinking, why all those people in the jungle in Calais trying to, or risking their lives trying to get over the channel to get to Britain?
Because they see that we have a vibrant labour market, that they'd probably be able to get jobs over here, and half of them can probably speak English, whereas, I mean, that's the reason they were coming here rather than wanting to stay in France, maybe, because they can speak English.
I mean, let's be clear, there are a lot of people trying to come to the UK, but there are more people who've gone to Germany, and there are increasing numbers of people that are going to Scandinavia as well. So it's not only the UK which is acting as somewhere where people want to come to, which is why one of the interesting wrinkles in the negotiations tomorrow is the fact that Angela Merkel now is suggesting that she wants the same ability to put controls and limits on benefit payments in Germany as David Cameron is arguing for the UK.
I'm certainly not arguing that just because people want to come here, they should be allowed to come here. You have to have restrictions. Every country has an immigration policy.
I've been getting away with it.